I know, right? We doing to them like the Warriors keep doing to us.
Yeah, they kryptonite. I like the trade for Utah, and I do think it makes them a better team, and I do think it makes them more formidable in the West. The question of can they be one of those powerhouse teams in the West? Still a little bit unsure about that one there. I would still say free agency has yet to happen, so we don't know what the final rosters are going to be for these teams. But just based off like the core pieces, like I still think Portland will be better than them. I still think that I think they'd be better than OKC.
That'd be a tough series, them in Portland.
I think Houston. Yeah, I want to talk about your boys too, Houston. I still think with Houston, how they're presently constructed would still be better than them. LA, obviously. The Clippers, well, depending on what they do in free agency, I think they could probably be the best team in the league next season.
Yeah, it depends though.
So I think it's a good move in Utah's part because the West is wide open. Like Golden State, Golden State are not going to be the same Golden State team. They probably still sneak into the playoffs maybe, but they're not going to be the same team. So the West is open. They're taking a shot with this trade. They're trying to kind of pushing the chips all into the table and going all in with it pretty much because they gave up, like you said, they gave up a lot. 2 first rounders, Jay Crowder, who's a very serviceable wingman off the bench. Korver is old, but he can still hit shots. Grayson Allen's young, and I fucking hate Grayson Allen. He's such a bitch.
Why you hate Grayson Allen?
He's a bitch. Yeah, the way he was acting in college, it's not, I don't want to hear like, oh, he's acting like a college kid and blah blah blah. He was acting like when you tripping people on the court and punch them in the nuts.
That ain't happening. Wait a minute. You don't like him, but you sit here and defend Draymond Green to the death of you, and Draymond Green was kicking niggas in the nuts left and right on purpose.
Time out.
He eye-rakes everybody?
Never defended
He WWE eye-rakes people?
I never defended Draymond kicking people in the nuts. That shit is uncalled for. That's one thing you don't do. A man to another man, you never do that shit.
You ain't never sat here and said all that stuff about Draymond Green.
But Draymond's a champion.
Is it because Grayson's white?
And he's white. That too. That definitely adds a little bit of factor to it.
You're not the humble host anymore.
I'm still humble. But yeah, I'd like the move for Utah ultimately, and we'll see how it pans out. Now, coming to your boys, man. What the fuck is going on in Houston? Please explain to me what's going on with your team.
What do you mean? They didn't have nothing on draft night.
No. All these damn stories that's been coming out on Houston it's kind of fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so you want to play dumb? I'll explain it to the people. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
The reports that's been going on is that James Harden and Chris Paul are having a little bit of turmoil going on, and it's been reported from multiple different media outlets that Chris Paul potentially wants out. Now, the report that came out saying that Chris Paul demanded a trade turns out to be false, and Chris Paul denied that himself. But that does not necessarily mean that he still wants to be a part of that team. And it still doesn't necessarily mean that Houston isn't looking to potentially move Chris Paul for something. You don't think it's a fractured relationship going on there?
No, it's a bunch of fake news.
All fake
people
news?
was bored.
Uh-huh.
You know what we did draft night?
What's that?
We unveiled 3 new jerseys.
Word?
And them joints is clean.
They fire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
We nice.
So you still projecting 2020 champs?
Oh yeah, 2020. Oh yeah, Kevin Durant ain't coming back. 2020 champ, baby. It's over. Clay hurt. 2020 champs.
So here, let me play devil's advocate. I don't think Chris Paul is going to be on this team when the season begins. If they can trade him. If they find a suitable trade partner and can move Chris Paul for something, I don't think he's going to be on this team. The only way Chris Paul remains on this team is like as a last ditch resort.
Okay.
And with that being said, I think your Houston Rockets are in trouble, man.
No.
Yeah.
We're not in trouble.
The Houston Rockets are in trouble. I think people are starting to not want to play with James Harden.
Yeah, I couldn't see that. I just did the eye roll because that's just blasphemous. They also say people don't want to play with LeBron James, and yeah, everyone's running to sign minimums over there. So It's only a matter of time.
Who was everyone? JaVale McGee and Rajon Rondo?
You damn right.
Oh shit.
You gotta remember though. He was a Celtic. The Celtics ain't supposed to sign with the Lakers.
I respect that you don't want to pay attention to it. Yeah, you want to be fucking ignorance is bliss. I get it. And I respect that. But you got to pay attention to what's going on. It doesn't seem like people like James Harden's getting a bad rap. It seems like it seems. I will admit, from what I've been hearing, is from media sources and not necessarily from team sources themselves. So all of it could be fake news, but a lot of it is correlating to one another, and it kind of all makes sense. The way that James Harden plays basketball, there's not a lot of ball movement going on when Houston when he has the ball in his hand and initiating the offense. He doesn't look engaged when he's not initiating the offense, and we already know about his defense.
His on-ball defense is actually not bad.
It's damn sure not good.
No, whoa. His on-ball defense ain't bad. It's the transition defense. Can't do it. That's an F-. But in a half-court set, oh yeah, he got some defense.
The only good thing on defense about James Harden was his post defense. And that's the main thing that they go to.
Half-court defense.
That's the main thing that these announcers go to. Oh yeah, James Harden is the best post-scoring defender, shooting guard. I'm like, God damn, I gotta go that far? I gotta dig that deep for this nigga? I respect it. He gets deflections too. He gets the deflections and steals. So
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know. I watch our games. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker. You gonna come on my team. Your team all dismantled and shit. Trash.
We gonna be nice next year.
You wish.
So
you didn't even mention the Grizzlies side of that trade. You ain't even start talking about the draft. Like,
actually, you're right.
God damn.
The Grizzlies side of that trade. Yeah, back to that trade, that Utah trade. Did you like what they picked up?
Yeah, they got a hashtag Duke Blue Devil. Shit.
Oh, Grayson Allen?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck him. Nobody cares about him.
He dropped 40 the last game of the season.
He did do that.
So I don't care what y'all say. My man, nice.
Grayson Allen. I like the pickups. Like that 23rd overall pick, they was able to draft Brandon Clark with that. They was able to flip that for Brandon Clark. You start your rebuild with Ja Morant. You're gonna talk about the draft in a minute, actually. Ja Morant, the kid they got right there, Triple J, and then also Brandon Clark. Like that's a nice threesome to build around. Mm-hmm. That's a really nice three players to build around there for.
And then Jonas Valanciunas is a good center.
Yeah,
he's
solid.
A good center.
He's solid,
and he's still young. I think he's like 25.
Yeah, he's definitely solid. So we'll see. We'll see what Memphis can do in the upcoming future, and see if the general manager there can put all that pieces together and make that work. Speaking of the draft, did you catch all of it?
No, I didn't watch all of it.
Nah,
I ain't watching that whole damn draft. Are you crazy?
I enjoyed it.
But I can tell you the 3 teams that won the draft.
Yeah, I want to get your favorite picks, your teams you thought won the draft.
I got 3 teams for you.
Okay.
All right. The Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks.
Okay.
Okay. Them 3 won the draft.
Okay. You want to explain?
Hashtag Duke Blue Devils.
Do you want to explain a little bit more thoroughly?
Hashtag 3 Duke players in the top 10.
All right. So
hashtag.
I'll give my analysis of the draft then, because we're not getting nothing from this dude.
Hashtag yo, I'm a Nick. That was a good one from last night.
So the 3 teams you thought won was the Pelicans, the Hawks, and the Knicks, all because they drafted Duke players.
Facts. They were the smartest GMs in the building.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper into that. So the draft, first of all, was very fun. I enjoyed it. I do got some criticism about what the players were wearing, but I'm going to save that for a little bit. First of all,
everybody been knocking that Hero dude.
Not even Hero. Did you see fucking Garland?
No, I ain't see
that. Motherfucker had on a raincoat. He legit wore a raincoat upstage. Like, I'm like, yo. And then his dad was clean. His dad came out with, no, that was Ja Morant's dad. I'm fronting. His dad was clean too. But anyways.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
I do agree with you on 2 teams. I think New Orleans and I think Atlanta definitely were 2 of the winners of this draft. And then the third winner to me was Memphis Grizzlies. I want to start off with New Orleans. obviously, you get Zion. You get projected to be the best player in this draft and also projected to be a fucking superstar. Phenomenal talent. Probably the best prospect we've seen since, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, if you want to go back even that far. So he's going to be, his floor is pretty much Blake Griffin. Like, that's his floor. That's where he's starting at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like even if he became like a Josh Smith, that's still fine. That's still, I mean, and that's low. Like, for the potential aspect of it, like, you know, a super athletic stretch four that, you know what I mean, that's Josh Smith to a T. Like, you know, that prime Atlanta Hawks version.
I think Josh Smith is kind of disrespect. Because I think
that's like the ultimate bottom.
But Josh Smith wasn't never an all-star. Like,
yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Damn, so?
Like, to me, like, Zion's starting floor is like all-star. Like Blake Griffin. Like, that's his floor to me.
That's fair.
So you got Zion. And then with the LA trade, you was able to pick up number 4, which you was able to flip for picks number 8 and 17. With the 8th pick, they took Jackson Hayes, who is projected to be a rim runner, rim protector, rebounder. Pretty much, if your center can't shoot, he's pretty much what you want at your 5 position. So I like that pickup for them. And centers usually take a little bit to develop, so I don't expect him to come in right away and earn major minutes. I expect him to maybe average like 12 to 15 minutes a game. But I think in the future, that team is going to be set with him at center. And then also with the 17th pick, he was able to pick up the combo guard from VTech and Nikhil Alexander-Walker. And he got some game. I think he can come off the bench. He's going to be a productive scorer off of the bench and can be the backup to Drew Holiday or Alonzo Ball if they want to run him at the point.
He was nice in the tournament.
Yeah, he had a really good tournament. So New Orleans, to me, they was able to make some very good moves. I thought David Griffin did an excellent job maneuvering the draft board and getting the players that he wanted to get. And then obviously, you know, them winning the lottery kind of just set that all into motion. So that was awesome.
That little dude Cleveland drafted was nice too.
Who did Cleveland draft?
That
Garland.
4th?
Darius Garland.
Yeah, he's supposed to be nice.
Yeah,
he only played 5 games. That's
yeah,
crazy. And still got drafted top 5.
They compare him to Damian Lillard.
Yo, don't say that, because Chauncey got all the way roasted last night.
Yeah,
all the way roasted. They was like, yeah, if his projections is true, then there's 58 Hall of Famers in this draft.
Yeah, Chauncey was on some shit. Atlanta. I thought Atlanta did a really good job. First of all, with the trade up to 4th, they was able to get DeAndre Hunter. And I said in the chat, DeAndre Hunter to me reminds me of a young Kawhi Leonard when Kawhi entered into the league. Not a great offensive game, very solid. He might be the best defender in this draft, wing defender in this draft. And he seems like he's kind of like got that ice in his veins, like, for lack of a better reference. He like the shot that he hit in the championship game against Texas Tech to pretty much send it to overtime, I believe. Like, that was clutch. Like, he seems like he got that clutch gene about him. And I like him a lot. He's probably my favorite player in this draft, DeAndre Hunter. And then on top of that, you was able to keep 10. And then again, they was able to draft your boy, Cam Reddish. Who, Cam is interesting to me because he really didn't do much in Duke because of Zion and RJ Barrett, but he projects to be that your typical 3-and-D type of guy. And they were saying like his ceiling is like Paul George type.
You got to remember, man, he was number 3 coming out of high school,
right?
And being on a team with 2 alphas like that is kind of hard,
right? And
then the offense didn't really fit his offense, so it's kind of understandable to have those type of numbers. I think he shot like 36, 33, 76 splits or something like that. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, for Cam Reddish nice.
Yeah, I like him. I like him. But I hope he does live up to the reputation of what he's projected to be. And that's a nice little like thing they got going on in Atlanta.
They got a nice core, man.
They do. Trae Young, we seen what Trae did last year. He looked like he's going to be legit. They got the white kid Herter. I like him a lot. John Collins at the 4. And now you bring in DeAndre Hunter and then also Cam Reddish. That's a nice little core right there to build around. Plus, they got my man Lloyd Pierce, who he's an excellent coach. He's our he's our assistant coach, and they got him as a head coach. So I like what Atlanta's one of those teams I like to low key cheer for. Like, I like to see them do good, except when they beat us, which they did 3 times last year. Shout out to Trae Young. That boy fucked us up. And then again, last team I thought that won the draft was Memphis. I thought Memphis